Bree Jones. She has certainly done her part tonight offensively. 21 points now. But Connecticut just can't hold down this Minnesota offense. Deflected. Here's Carrington, almost lost it. Bonner going to take it all the way to the basket. Contact. Count the basket.
That's what you need. You're up against it now with about 80 seconds, well, 80 seconds exactly to go in this ball game. The defense on the other end leads to this opportunity. The Sun pushed out of that steal. DeWanna Bonner, instead of settling for a three, where the Sun have frankly struggled tonight, gets to the rim and has an opportunity for three.
So Alana Smith has just fouled out. This is the closest Minnesota has gotten this, or pardon me, Connecticut has gotten to Minnesota this quarter. Now down 8. Make it 7.
They've found, the Sun that is, have found some life offensively in the third, but defensively, they've got to stay connected.
And then they just come down and break your heart.
And truly, that was a terrific defensive possession. It really was. But it was, again, just better offense by the Lynx.
The execution has been terrific all night. And the Minnesota Lynx, less than a minute away from taking a 2-games-to-1 lead in this best-of-5 semifinal series. Game 4 will be on Sunday. Hines Allen, who checked in for Smith, gets it over to Carlton. They need a shot. You know everything's working well.
It is pouring, raining offensively for the Minnesota Lynx.
They've gotten so many shots to fall at the end of the shot clock. Carrington with the follow, but it's going to be too little too late with just over 20 seconds left to go in the game. And one thing that Cheryl Reeve said to us before the game when we asked her about Nafisa Collier, first off, you never worry about Nafisa Collier.
Correct.
But she also admitted that finding her way in this series is big, and check.
Yeah, there's just a level of poise and maturity there. And I think we've had a chance to talk to these teams a bunch through the course of this series. And you could see it during the course of the regular season in terms of the way that Minnesota had gelled and the way that there was so much strength in numbers. You look at their bench statistics, their assist statistics, but it has really come to life in this particular series in my mind, especially after they lost game 1. As a team, and it is indicative of Nafisa Collier as their leader. I don't think I've seen them hang their head.
No, not at all. And you mentioned it earlier, even after losing that game 1, they weren't down on themselves. Sometimes Cheryl Reeve, like any coach, could be a little grumpy after you lose a game, but she was upbeat when we met with her, and it played out well. They won that game, and they've been in control in this one for just about the entire game. Let's go to Angel Gray.
Ladies, just going back on Cheryl Reeve and how she responded, that was definitely an identity thing for the team as well. When we were at their shoot-around, they huddled up right before they started. They looked at each other and said, let's go. We understand what we need to do. We have to execute. We have to hit shots, but we know who we are. This is a team that knows the foundation that they've laid early in the season.
It's great stuff. And it's so... I mean, we've all been around basketball for a long time, been on teams. It's really special when a team has a bunch of new pieces and you still are able to develop such strong chemistry and trust.
Now both teams have emptied their benches in the waning seconds, and Cheryl Reeve and Stephanie White, two coaches with great respect for each other, meet at midcourt. And the Minnesota Lynx shot 57% from the floor. They only hit 5 threes, but it didn't matter. Everything was clicking. The pick and roll game, you got Nafisa Collier being amazing. Alana Smith on defense. It was really a great show.